Welcome to Weekly True Crime News, Mama. Every week, we dive into the latest true crime stories, missing persons cases, and headline updates from across the country and the world. I'm your host, Patty, a working mom who breaks down the facts so you don't have to dig for them. Grab your coffee and let's get into this week's cases. First up, we have an Arizona dad who has been sentenced after leaving his toddler in a 109-degree car while he was gaming and playing video games indoors. It's a heartbreaking story out of Arizona and one that's been unfolding for more than a year, and this week it took an unexpected turn. 38-year-old Christopher Scholtes, a father of three from Marana, has agreed to a plea deal after being charged with the murder of his 2-year-old daughter, who tragically died after being left inside a hot car in the family's driveway. According to court documents, Scholtes pled guilty to second-degree murder and intentional child abuse likely to cause death or serious physical injury. This move came just days before his trial was supposed to begin, and it surprised a lot of people. Prosecutors had actually offered him a similar deal earlier this year, but back then he turned it down. If he had accepted that first offer, he would have been looking at 10 to 25 years behind bars. Now, with this new agreement, the stakes are much higher. The Pima County Attorney's Office confirmed that Scholtes faces between 20 and 30 years in prison with no chance of early release. And if this case had gone to trial, he could have faced life in prison or even the death penalty. So what happened that led to all of this? According to investigators, on July 9, 2024, Scholtes returned home from running errands with his youngest daughter, who was just 2 years old at the time. He told police she had fallen asleep in her car seat, so instead of waking her up, he decided to leave her in the car, with the air conditioning running, while he went inside to play video games. Court documents say that while his daughter remained outside in the driveway, Scholtes was inside gaming for several hours. Investigators later alleged that he even used his PlayStation to search for adult content during that time, though the judge ruled that detail could not be introduced at trial. It wasn't until his wife got home about 3 hours later that the horror was discovered. The little girl was still in the vehicle, unresponsive. The temperature inside the car that day reached around 109 degrees Fahrenheit. Despite desperate attempts to save her, she did not survive. When police arrived, body cam footage captured Scholtes admitting that he had left his daughter in the car. He told officers that he had meant to let her rest with the AC on, but forgot about her once he went inside the house. Investigators later noted that Scholtes was fully aware his vehicle automatically shut off after 30 minutes, meaning the air conditioning and his daughter's only chance of staying cool would have stopped long before she was found. Even more troubling, police say this wasn't the first time he'd left his children in the car alone. His 2 older daughters, just 6 and 9 years old, reportedly told investigators that their dad had done it before. And then there was the text message. When the child was being rushed to the hospital, Scholtes' wife sent him a message that read, quote, "I told you to stop leaving them in the car. How many times have I told you?" End quote. That text later cited in court as evidence that this was not a one-time mistake, but part of a pattern. Scholtes was arrested and later released on bail, with strict instructions not to be left unsupervised with any children. But in a move that raised eyebrows, a judge later allowed him to travel to Hawaii with his wife and their 2 surviving daughters before the trial. Now, with his plea deal officially in place, Scholtes is set to be sentenced on November 21st of this year. He's been ordered to turn himself in on November 3rd, 3 weeks before sentencing. His attorney has not commented publicly on this case, but one thing is clear. This plea marks the end of a long and deeply emotional legal battle, and for many, the lingering question remains, how could something like this happen in the first place? That is all we have for you on the story right now, but we will continue to monitor this story for you, and we will bring you updates as we receive them. Thanks for watching Weekly True Crime News, Mama, your source for weekly true crime news and updates. If you found this video helpful or interesting, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next case update. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing your insights. Until next time, stay informed, stay aware, and stay curious.